Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, English Journey Conversation. I am very happy to have you here with me today. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time listening to this podcast. I really appreciate it. Maybe you are learning English for school. Maybe you are learning it for your job. Or maybe you are learning it just for fun. Whatever your reason is, you are in the right place. Here on English Journey Conversation, we help you practice English in a simple and easy way. We focus on listening, speaking, and building your confidence step by step. Today, we will talk about a very important topic: how to improve your communication skills easily. This topic is useful not only for your English learning, but also for many parts of your life. Good communication skills help you every single day. So, what are communication skills? Communication skills mean how well you share your thoughts, feelings, and ideas with other people. When you have good communication skills, you can speak clearly with your friends and family. You can understand your teachers, classmates, or coworkers better. You can explain your ideas at work, and you can listen carefully and learn new things faster. Good communication makes life easier. It also makes life more enjoyable. Let's think about some examples. Imagine you are talking with a friend. If you speak too fast or unclearly, your friend might feel confused. Your friend may not understand what you are trying to say. But if you speak slowly and clearly, your friend will enjoy talking with you. They will feel comfortable and happy during the conversation. Now imagine you are at work. If you can explain your ideas well, your boss and teammates will understand you better. They will know what you mean and what you want to do. This can help you work better with others. Also, if you're a good listener, you can understand instructions faster and avoid mistakes. Listening is a very important part of communication. So, communication is not just about speaking. It is about both speaking and listening. Good communication means you can share your thoughts clearly, and you can also understand other people well. It helps you build strong relationships with people around you. It helps you solve problems and avoid misunderstandings. Good communication also makes you more confident. When you know how to express yourself clearly, you feel more comfortable in social situations. You will feel less nervous when speaking in front of others. You will feel more confident in school, at work, or in social events. When you improve your communication skills, you become a better person in many ways. In today's world, communication is very important. We communicate every day through talking, texting, or even through social media. So, improving communication skills can help you in many different situations. It can help you make friends, succeed in your job, and understand others better. Here on English Journey Conversation, we will help you practice step by step. We will learn simple techniques to improve your speaking and listening. We will build your confidence so you can speak English without fear. Remember, communication is a skill. And like any skill, you can improve it with practice. Thank you for listening to this part. Keep practicing and keep learning. You're doing great. Stay with us, and let's improve together. Communication is not just about speaking. It is also about listening. Good communication means making a connection between you and another person. It is like building a bridge between two people. One side is you, and the other side is the person you are talking to. The bridge is made of words, sounds, and actions. When the bridge is strong, you can understand each other clearly. When the bridge is weak, you may feel confused or misunderstand each other. Do you need to be perfect to communicate well? No, you do not need to be perfect. You do not need to sound like a native English speaker. The most important thing is practice. If you practice a little bit every day, you will see big changes over time. Think of it like planting a seed. At first, you may not see much, but if you water the seed every day, it will grow into a strong tree. In the same way, daily practice will make your communication skills stronger and better. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel. So, what will we learn today? In this podcast, I will share some simple and useful tips to improve your communication skills. These tips are easy to follow, and you can start using them right after you listen. We will talk about how to listen better, how to speak slowly and clearly, how to use simple and easy words, how to practice every day, common mistakes to avoid, and fun activities to make learning more enjoyable. All of these tips are perfect for English learners who want to feel more confident when speaking. Now, let's go deeper. What do we really mean when we say communication skills? Communication skills are the ways we share information, thoughts, and feelings with other people. We communicate through talking, listening, body language, and even facial expressions. For example, a smile can show kindness, and a frown can show that you are not happy. Communication is not only about the words we use. It is also about the way we say them and the way we listen to others. Let's think about communication like building a bridge. On one side of the bridge is you. On the other side is the other person. The bridge is made of words, sounds, and actions. When the bridge is strong, you can understand each other clearly. When the bridge is weak, it can break and you may feel confused or misunderstood. That is why it is important to improve communication skills. It helps you connect better with people and makes your life easier. There are different parts of communication skills. Let's look at the first one. Speaking. Speaking is the most common type of communication skill. Speaking means using your voice to say words and sentences. But speaking is not only about using many words. It is about choosing the right words and saying them in the right way. For example, if you speak too fast, people may not understand you. If you speak too quietly, people may not hear you. Speaking clearly and slowly helps other people understand you better. Another important part of communication is listening. Listening means paying attention to what the other person is saying. It means understanding their words and feelings. Good listening helps you learn new things and respond correctly. When you listen well, you show respect and care for the other person. You also build stronger relationships. In the next part, we will talk more about speaking clearly and how to improve your listening. Remember, communication is a skill that you can improve with practice. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep learning and practicing every day. Little by little, you will become better and more confident. Speaking clearly is very important in communication. If you speak too fast, people may not understand you. If you mumble or speak very quietly, people may miss your words. This can make the conversation difficult. But if you speak slowly and clearly, people can follow your ideas easily. They can understand what you want to say, and they will enjoy talking with you. Speaking clearly does not mean speaking perfectly. It does not mean you need to have perfect grammar or sound like a native speaker. Speaking clearly means speaking in a way that is easy for others to understand. It means using simple words, speaking at a normal speed, and pronouncing words correctly enough for people to hear them. Now, let's talk about the second part of communication, listening. Listening is the second type of communication skill. We will go deeper into listening later, but for now, remember this. Listening is just as important as speaking. Many people focus only on speaking, but listening is the part that helps you understand others. When you listen well, you can understand what people mean. You can understand their thoughts and feelings. Then you can reply in the right way. Good listening helps you build stronger relationships and avoid misunderstandings. So, in today's podcast, we will explore both speaking and listening. I will guide you with simple tips to help you improve step by step. Thank you again for being here with me. I'm very happy you are listening. Now, let's start our journey to build strong communication skills together. Are you ready? Let's go. Listening, writing, body language, and why communication matters. Listening is very important, but many people forget it. When you listen carefully, you pay attention to what the other person is saying. Listening helps you understand their thoughts and feelings. Good listeners do more than just hear words. They try to understand the meaning behind the words. This means they notice the main idea, the emotions, and the small details. For example, when someone says, "I'm tired," they may not only mean they are sleepy. They may also feel stressed, worried, or sad. A good listener will notice this and respond in a kind way. When you listen well, you can answer better and have a clearer and nicer conversation. Here's some easy habits to become a better listener. 1. Give your full attention, look at the person, and do not check your phone. When you focus on them, you can understand more clearly. 2. Wait before you answer, don't rush to speak. Take a moment to think about what they said. This helps you respond correctly. 3. Ask short questions to check you understood. You can ask simple questions like, "Do you mean underscore, underscore, underscore?" Or, "So, you felt underscore, underscore, underscore when underscore, underscore, underscore?" This helps you confirm the meaning. 4. Repeat the main idea in your own words. For example, you can say, "So you felt tired when you had a lot of work." This shows the person you understood them. 5. Notice feelings, not only facts. Listen for emotions as well. People often share feelings behind their words. Understanding emotions helps you connect better. Speaking and listening are two sides of the same coin. You cannot have good communication with only one of them. If you speak well but do not listen, you may miss important information. If you listen well but do not speak clearly, people may not understand your ideas. Good communication needs both speaking and listening. In the next part, we will talk more about writing and body language. Writing is also a way of communicating, especially in emails and messages. Body language is the way you use your face, hands, and posture to show feelings. Both writing and body language are important for strong communication. Thank you for staying with me. Keep practicing and remember, good communication is a skill you can build step by step. You are doing great, and I'm proud of you. Speaking and listening are two sides of the same coin. Both must work together for good communication. If you speak well but do not listen, you may miss important information. If you listen well but do not speak clearly, people may not understand your ideas. So it is important to improve both. Writing is another way to share your ideas. It uses letters, words, and sentences on paper or on a screen. Writing is important when you send messages, emails, or letters. Clear writing helps others understand your message without confusion. When you write simply and clearly, it is easier for people to read and respond. Writing also helps you practice English because it gives you time to think about words and grammar. Here are some simple writing tips. Use short sentences. One idea per sentence is best. Long sentences can confuse readers. Use simple words. Do not try to use difficult words just to sound smart. Simple words are easier for everyone to understand. Organize your ideas in order. Start with an introduction, then add one or two details, and finish with a short closing. This makes your writing clear and easy to follow. Check your message before you send it. Read it once or twice to correct small mistakes. This helps you avoid errors. Practice writing regularly. You can write a short diary, messages to friends, or simple emails. Writing often will help you improve faster. Now, let's talk about body language. Body language is the fourth type of communication. It means the movements, facial expressions, and gestures you use to show feelings and ideas without words. Body language can be very powerful because it helps people understand your emotions. Here are some examples of helpful body language. Smile to show you are friendly. A smile makes people feel comfortable and welcome. Look at someone's eyes to show you're paying attention. Eye contact shows respect and interest. Nod your head to show you understand. Nodding lets the other person know you are listening and following the conversation. Some body language can send the wrong message. For example, if you cross your arms and look away, People might think you are not interested or that you are upset, even if you say something kind. So, it is important to use positive body language. Positive body language helps your words and makes people feel comfortable. Now, let's see where communication skills help in life. Good communication skills are useful in many parts of life. At home, you can talk better with family and friends. When you explain your ideas clearly, they understand you more easily. When you listen to them carefully, you learn about their feelings. This makes relationships stronger and happier. Communication helps you solve problems, avoid arguments, and show love and respect. At school and work, communication skills are also very important. You can ask better questions, share ideas clearly, and solve problems faster. When you communicate well, teachers and classmates understand you better. You can participate in group projects with confidence. At work, clear communication helps you work well with teammates and managers. You can share your ideas and get support when you need it. Good communication also helps you in other areas like interviews, presentations, and making friends. When you communicate well, people trust you and feel comfortable around you. This can open many opportunities in life. Remember, communication is not only about speaking. It is also about listening, writing, and body language. All of these skills work together. If you practice them daily, you will become better and more confident. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep trying and improving step by step. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing, and you will see improvement soon. You are doing great, and I am proud of you. Good communication skills help you in many areas of life. When you communicate well, you can solve problems faster and easier. People also trust and respect you more. This can help you do better in your studies or at your job. Good communication makes teamwork smoother, and it helps you express your ideas clearly. It also helps you avoid misunderstandings, which can save time and reduce stress. In daily life, communication helps with simple tasks too. For example, when you buy food, you need to ask for what you want. When you are traveling, you may need to ask for directions. When you meet new people, you need to talk and listen to make new friends. If you can explain what you want or listen carefully to others, life becomes easier and less stressful. You will feel more confident and calm in different situations. Communication skills also help you feel more confident. When you know how to say what you think and how to understand others, you will feel less nervous in any conversation, in English or another language. Confidence comes from practice. Communication is a skill, and skills improve with practice. It is not about being perfect. It is about trying, making small improvements, and learning from mistakes. When you practice a little every day, you will slowly become better and more confident. Here are some easy practice activities you can try every day. 1. Speak for 1 minute about your day. Talk about what happened today, what you did, and how you felt. You can record yourself and listen back. This helps you notice your mistakes and improve. 2. Write a short message or diary entry in English. Writing helps you think about words and grammar. You can write about your day, your feelings, or your plans. 3. Practice body language in front of a mirror. Smile, nod, and keep eye contact. This helps you feel more confident and look friendly when talking to others. Keep practicing a little bit every day. Be kind to yourself when you make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Each step helps you become a better communicator. The key is consistency. If you practice regularly, you will see big changes over time. Now, why do you need to improve your communication skills? Communication skills are very important in our lives. They are not just about learning English. They are about living a happier and more successful life. When you improve your communication, many good things can happen to you. Let me explain step by step why communication matters so much. First, communication helps you make friends. Imagine you meet someone new. You smile and say hello. If you can talk clearly and also listen to what the other person says, it becomes easier to connect. When you share your thoughts and feelings in a simple way, people understand you better. When people understand you, they enjoy talking with you, and that is how friendships start. Friends are very important in life because they make us feel supported and happy. Friends help us when we feel sad or when we need advice. Good communication helps you build strong friendships because it makes people feel comfortable around you. When you communicate well, you can share your feelings, solve problems together, and support each other. This makes friendships stronger and longer. Communication also helps you in school and work. When you communicate well, you can ask better questions, share your ideas clearly, and understand instructions more easily. You can work better in teams, and you can do your tasks more effectively. Good communication can help you get better grades and succeed in your career. It can open many opportunities for you. In your daily life, communication helps you feel more confident and calm. You can talk to people without fear, and you can understand what they want. This makes life easier and more enjoyable. When you communicate well, you feel more comfortable in social situations, and you can express yourself better. So, improving communication skills is very important. It helps you make friends, do well in school or work, and live a happier life. Remember, communication is a skill that you can improve with practice. Keep learning, keep practicing, and you will see progress. You are doing great, and I am proud of you. Friends are very important in our lives because they make us feel happy, loved, and supported. But good communication does not only help you make friends, it also helps you keep them. Sometimes friends have small problems or misunderstandings. Maybe one person feels hurt or the other person feels confused. But if you can explain yourself clearly and listen to your friend carefully, you can solve problems more easily. When you talk openly and honestly, misunderstandings disappear. So better communication equals stronger and happier friendships. Now, let's talk about the second important area, school and work. Communication is very important in both places. First, let's think about school. If you can speak clearly, your teachers and classmates will understand you better. You can ask good questions, give good answers, and explain your ideas. This helps you learn more and do well in class. You will feel more confident during presentations or group discussions. Writing is also a big part of communication in school. If you write clearly, your homework, projects, and essays will be easier to understand and better to read. Clear writing helps teachers see your ideas. It also helps you express your thoughts in a simple way. When you write well, you can get better grades because your work is easy to follow. The same is true at work. In almost every job, communication is one of the most important skills. You need to talk with your boss, your team, or customers. If you explain your work clearly, people know what you are doing and what you need. If you listen carefully, you can learn new things faster and avoid mistakes. Good communication also makes teamwork easier. When everyone shares ideas clearly and listens to each other, work becomes faster and smoother. This is why communication is often called a key skill for success. Communication also helps you express your ideas. Have you ever had many thoughts in your mind but struggled to explain them? This happens to many people. When you practice communication, you learn to choose the right words. You learn to keep your message simple. This makes your ideas clear and easy for others to follow. When people understand you, they respect you more. They see your point of view and take your opinions seriously. When you can express your ideas clearly, you also feel more confident. Confidence is important because it helps you speak up in class or at work. It helps you share your thoughts without fear. When you feel confident, you can join conversations more easily. You can also ask for help when you need it. Confidence grows with practice. The more you speak and communicate, the more confident you become. Communication also helps you solve problems and make decisions. When you can talk clearly with others, you can discuss different options and choose the best solution. You can understand the situation better and make better choices. This is useful in everyday life, such as when you need to decide what to study, what job to choose, or how to solve a problem with a friend. Another important reason communication matters is that it helps you understand people better. When you listen carefully, you learn about their feelings, thoughts, and opinions. You can build stronger relationships because you understand what others need. This helps you become a better friend, student, or coworker. In short, communication skills help you in many areas of life. They help you build friendships, succeed in school and work, express your ideas, and feel confident. The good news is that communication is a skill that you can improve with practice. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep learning and practicing every day. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing your communication skills, and you will see big improvements soon. You are doing a great job, and I am proud of you. Confidence is very powerful. When you can communicate well, you do not have to worry about being misunderstood. You feel safer and more comfortable when speaking in class, in meetings, or even in everyday conversations. When you practice communication step by step, your confidence grows stronger each time. The more you practice, the more you feel sure of yourself. This confidence helps you speak up, share your ideas, and join conversations without fear. Now, let's talk about another important reason communication matters. It helps you understand others. Communication is not only about talking. It is also about listening. When you listen carefully, you learn what other people think and feel. Sometimes their words are not enough. People may use body language, such as facial expressions or gestures, to show their true feelings. If you pay attention, you can understand the real message behind their words. For example, someone may say, "I'm fine," but their face may look sad. This means they might not be okay. A good listener notices this and responds with kindness. When you understand people well, you can reply in a kind and respectful way. This builds trust. People feel safe and happy talking to you because they know you care about their thoughts and feelings. Good understanding makes relationships stronger with friends, family, teachers, classmates, and coworkers. In short, improving your communication skills has many benefits. It helps you make and keep friends, do better at school and work, express your ideas clearly, and understand other people better. When you have these skills, life becomes easier, happier, and more successful. Communication skills open many doors for you in your studies, in your career, and in your personal life. So, no matter where you are in your English journey, keep working on your communication skills every single day. Remember, it is not about being perfect. It is about practicing, growing, and connecting with others. When you improve your communication, you are not only learning English, you are also becoming a stronger and more confident person. Now, let's talk about common problems that happen when you do not have good communication skills. Not having good communication skills can cause many problems in life. When you cannot share your thoughts and feelings clearly, others may not understand you. And when you do not listen well, it is hard to understand other people too. This creates confusion and misunderstandings. For example, imagine you are working on a group project, but you cannot explain your ideas clearly. Your teammates may not understand what you want. This can cause mistakes and arguments. Or imagine you are talking with a friend, but you do not listen carefully. Your friend may feel ignored or unimportant. This can cause sadness or conflict. In school, not having good communication can make learning difficult. You may not ask questions, and you may not understand the lesson. This can affect your grades. In everyday life, poor communication can make simple tasks harder. For example, if you cannot ask for help or directions clearly, you may feel lost or frustrated. If you cannot express your needs, people may not know how to help you. This can make life more stressful. Without good communication, relationships can become weak. People may feel misunderstood or upset. This can cause fights, arguments, or distance between people. The good news is that you can improve your communication skills with practice. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to try and keep learning. Simple habits like listening carefully, speaking clearly, and using positive body language can make a big difference. You can practice by speaking, writing, and listening every day. Small steps will lead to big improvements. In the next part, we will talk about common mistakes people make when they communicate and how to avoid them. We will also share more simple practice tips to help you become a better communicator. Keep going and keep practicing. You're doing a great job. When communication skills are weak, many problems can happen. Weak communication can cause confusion, stress, and missed chances. Let's talk about some common problems that happen when communication skills are not strong. 1. Misunderstandings. One of the biggest problems is misunderstandings. A misunderstanding happens when two people think they understand each other, but they actually do not. Maybe you say something, but the other person hears it in a different way. Or maybe you think you understand their words, but you miss the real meaning. Misunderstandings can happen for many reasons. It may be because of unclear words, poor listening, different languages, or cultural differences. Even a small misunderstanding can cause problems. For example, imagine you tell your friend to meet you at 5 p.m., but your friend thinks you said 6 p.m. You wait for an hour, but they do not show up. This small mistake wastes time and may even hurt your feelings. Without good communication, misunderstandings happen more often and life becomes frustrating. 2. Arguments and conflicts. Another common problem is arguments or conflicts. When people do not explain themselves clearly, others may think they are rude or careless. When people do not listen, others may feel ignored or disrespected. These feelings can lead to arguments. Arguments can be small, like a fight with a friend about where to go. Or they can be bigger, like a conflict at work between coworkers or even between a boss and an employee. Good communication can prevent many conflicts. It helps people share their real feelings, understand each other, and find solutions. But without good communication, conflicts grow larger and they create stress, sadness, or broken relationships. When people stop talking clearly and stop listening, problems become bigger. This is why communication is so important. 3. Shyness and nervousness. Poor communication skills can also make you feel shy or nervous. Many people feel scared to speak in front of others. They worry about making mistakes, being judged, or not being understood. Because of this fear, they may speak very quietly, avoid speaking, or stay silent during conversations. They may feel nervous even in small group talks or class discussions. This shyness can stop you from sharing your ideas and showing your true self. It can also make it hard for you to make friends or do well in school or work. But the good news is that you can overcome this fear with practice. The more you practice speaking and listening, the more confident you become. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to try and improve step by step. 4. Missed opportunities. Weak communication can also cause missed opportunities. When you cannot explain your ideas clearly, people may not understand your potential. You may miss chances to get a better job, join a team, or make new friends. If you cannot speak confidently in an interview, you may lose the job chance. If you cannot talk clearly in a class, you may miss the chance to share your thoughts and learn more. Good communication opens doors to new opportunities. 5. Stress and confusion. When communication is weak, life can become stressful. You may feel confused, misunderstood, or frustrated. You may have to repeat yourself many times, and you may feel tired from trying to explain. This stress can affect your mood and your relationships. Strong communication can reduce stress because it helps people understand each other better. The good news is that you can improve communication skills with practice. You can start with small steps like speaking slowly, listening carefully, and using simple words. You can practice by talking with friends, writing short messages, or recording yourself. Each small step will help you become a better communicator. Remember, communication is a skill, and skills improve with practice. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep trying and learning. In the next part, we will talk about more problems and how to solve them. Keep practicing and you will see progress soon. Shyness and nervousness can be a big problem when your communication skills are weak. Many people feel scared to speak in front of others. They worry about making mistakes, being judged, or not being understood. Because of this fear, they may avoid starting conversations or stay silent even when they have something important to say. This shyness can make you feel lonely or left out. You may want to join a group or make friends, but you stop yourself because of fear. The good news is that practice helps. When you improve your communication step by step, your confidence grows and the nervous feelings become smaller. The more you practice, the more comfortable you become in social situations. But without practice, shyness can continue to hold you back. You may miss chances to share your thoughts, meet new people, or grow as a person. Now, let's talk about missed opportunities. Opportunities are chances that help you grow, succeed, or improve your life. They can include getting a job, studying abroad, or making new friends. But if you cannot explain yourself well, or if you do not listen carefully, you may lose these chances. For example, imagine you go to a job interview, but you cannot talk about your skills clearly. The employer may not understand your strengths and might give the job to someone else. Or imagine you are in class, but you feel too shy to ask questions. You might miss important information that could help you learn better. These missed opportunities can affect your future. Good communication opens doors. Poor communication keeps those doors closed. When you communicate well, you can connect with people, share your ideas, and take chances that help you succeed. When you communicate poorly, you may feel stuck, frustrated, and left behind. In short, without strong communication skills, life becomes harder. Misunderstandings, arguments, shyness, and missed opportunities can stop you from reaching your full potential. But the good news is this: communication is a skill you can improve with practice. Every time you listen carefully, speak clearly, or write simply, you are building stronger communication habits. Step by step, you can avoid these problems and make your life easier, happier, and more successful. Now, let's move on to tips to improve communication skills easily. Good communication opens doors for learning, work, and personal growth. Without it, many doors stay closed. So, it is very important to practice and improve your skills. In summary, not having good communication skills can cause misunderstandings, arguments, shyness, and missed opportunities. These problems can affect your relationships, school, work, and personal life. But you can overcome them by practicing simple communication habits every day. In the next part, we will talk about simple tips and activities that you can use to improve your communication skills. These tips are easy and can be done every day. You will see big improvements if you keep practicing. Remember, it is not about being perfect. It is about improving step by step. Thank you for listening. Keep going, and you are doing a great job. The problems we talked about, misunderstandings, arguments, shyness, and missed opportunities, can make life harder. They can stop you from reaching your goals. That is why it is very important to improve your communication skills step by step. When you get better, you can avoid these problems and enjoy stronger relationships, more success, and greater happiness in your life. Now, let's talk about some easy and useful tips to improve your communication skills. These tips are simple, and you can use them every single day. You do not need to be perfect or sound like a native English speaker. The most important thing is to try, practice a little every day, and keep going. Let's begin. 1. Listen carefully. The first and most important tip is listening carefully. Listening is the key to good communication. When you listen well, you understand the other person's ideas, feelings, and needs. Many people think communication is only about speaking, but listening is just as important. Good listening helps you answer better and makes conversations smoother. How can you listen better? First, look at the person who is speaking. Stop doing other activities like checking your phone or thinking about other things. Don't think too much about what you will say next. Focus on their words and their feelings. If you don't understand something, it's okay to ask. For example, you can say, "Can you please say that again?" Or, "What do you mean by that?" Asking shows respect, and people enjoy talking with good listeners. Listening also means paying attention to the person's emotions. Sometimes people say one thing, but they feel another way. If you notice their feelings, you can respond in a kind and helpful way. Good listeners build trust and strong relationships because people feel heard and understood. 2. Speak slowly and clearly. The second tip is to speak slowly and clearly. If you speak too quickly, people may not understand you, especially if you're still learning English. Speaking slowly gives you time to think about your words, and it helps others hear each word clearly. Speaking clearly means opening your mouth properly and pronouncing words carefully. You can practice speaking slowly by reading aloud, talking in front of a mirror, or recording your voice and listening back. It's also helpful to use short sentences at first. Long and complicated sentences can be hard for listeners to follow. Simple sentences are easier to understand and easier for you to speak confidently. When you speak slowly, you also feel more confident. You have time to choose the right words and you make fewer mistakes. Remember, speaking clearly does not mean you have to be perfect. It just means you are making your message easy to understand. 3. Use simple words. Another important tip is to use simple words. Many people try to use difficult words to sound smart, but this can make communication harder. Simple words are easier for everyone to understand. When you use simple words, your message becomes clear and strong. If you do not know a difficult word, don't worry. You can use a simple word instead. The goal is to be understood. Using simple language is not a weakness. It is a smart way to communicate. 4. Practice. Everyday practice is the key to improving communication skills. Even a small amount of practice each day can make a big difference over time. You can practice by speaking with friends, writing short messages, or listening to English podcasts. You can also practice by recording your voice and checking your pronunciation. Remember, improvement takes time. Do not feel discouraged if you make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Each day, you will become a little better. These tips, listening carefully, speaking slowly and clearly, using simple words, and practicing every day, are easy to follow and very effective. They will help you communicate better in English and in everyday life. Good communication will open many doors for you and make your life easier and happier. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing, and you will see big improvements soon. You are doing great, and I am proud of you. The goal of communication is to be understood. That is why speaking clearly is more important than speaking fast. If you speak too quickly, people may not understand you. Complicated sentences can be confusing, especially if you are still learning English. It is always better to be clear and simple than to be fast and confusing. When you speak slowly and clearly, your message becomes easier for others to follow. People will enjoy talking with you because they can understand you without stress. Now let's talk about the third tip. Use simple words and sentences. Many people think that using big or difficult words will make them sound smart. But in reality, simple words are more powerful because they help people understand you easily. For example, instead of saying utilize, say use. Instead of long and complicated sentences, break your ideas into 2 or 3 short ones. Simple words and short sentences make your message clearer, stronger, and easier to follow. Remember, the goal is not to impress people with big words. The goal is to connect with them. When you use simple language, people feel comfortable and understand you better. This is especially important when you speak in English, because your listeners may also be learning. Simple language helps everyone communicate better. The fourth tip is to practice regularly. Communication is a skill, and just like any other skill, it gets better with practice. Think about learning how to play football, ride a bicycle, or cook a new dish. At first, it feels hard, but the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Communication works the same way. The more you practice speaking, listening, reading, and writing, the more confident you'll feel. You can practice English every day by talking with your friends, your family, or even just with yourself. For example, you can try to explain what you did during the day or talk about your plans for tomorrow. If you have someone who also wants to practice English, that is even better. You can practice together, ask each other questions, and correct each other's mistakes. This helps you learn faster and feel more confident. But if you do not have a partner, don't worry. You can still practice alone. One good way is to record your voice on your phone and then listen to yourself. This helps you notice your mistakes and improve. You can also practice by reading aloud. Reading aloud helps you improve your pronunciation and speaking rhythm. It also helps you become more comfortable with English words and sentences. Another great way to practice is by listening to English podcasts, songs, or watching English videos. After listening, try repeating what you heard. This is called shadowing. Shadowing helps you improve your speaking and listening skills at the same time. You can repeat short sentences, then longer ones, and then try to say them in your own words. You can also write a short diary or message every day. Writing helps you organize your thoughts and improve your grammar. Even if your writing is simple, it is still helpful. The important thing is to practice regularly. Small daily practice is better than long practice once a week. In summary, the key tips to improve communication are: speak slowly and clearly, use simple words and sentences, and practice regularly. These tips are easy to follow, and they can make a big difference in your English learning. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep practicing. Step by step, you will become more confident and better at communication. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing every day and you will see big improvements soon. You are doing a great job, and I am proud of you. Listening, speaking, writing, and body language are all important parts of communication. When you practice these skills every day, you'll become better and more confident. A good way to practice is to repeat what you hear. This helps improve your pronunciation and rhythm. You can listen to short English videos or podcasts and then try to repeat the sentences you heard. This method is very useful because it helps your mouth learn the correct way to say words. Even speaking in front of a mirror can be helpful. It may feel strange at first, but it will increase your confidence. When you see yourself speaking, you can notice your facial expressions and your body language. This helps you become more comfortable and natural when talking to others. The most important thing is not to practice a lot in one day and then stop. It is better to practice a little bit every single day. Even 10 or 15 minutes can make a big difference if you do it regularly. Remember, consistency is the key to success. Small daily practice is better than long practice once a week. When you practice every day, you build a habit, and habits help you improve faster. Now, let's talk about the fifth tip. Learn new words every day. When you know more words, you can explain your ideas better and understand others more easily. Learning new words is like collecting tools. The more tools you have, the more things you can build. The more words you know, the more thoughts and feelings you can share. You do not need to learn many words at the same time. Even 1 or 2 new words every day can be very powerful if you keep using them. For example, if today you learn the word improve, try to use it in a sentence. You can say, "I want to improve my English." Tomorrow, learn another word and use it too. Step by step, your vocabulary will grow. You can write new words in a small notebook or save them in your phone. Whenever you have free time, look at the list and review them. Try to use these words in your speaking or writing because using them will help you remember them better. There are also many fun ways to learn words, such as flashcards, mobile apps, or word games. But always focus on learning useful words, words you can use in your daily life, like at school, at work, or in conversations with friends. This way, learning feels more practical and motivating. When you know more words, you will feel more confident and comfortable while talking to others. The sixth and last tip is to use body language. Communication is not only about words. Your face, your hands, and your body also send messages. Sometimes body language can say more than words. For example, a smile can show friendliness. Nodding your head can show that you understand. Looking at someone's eyes can show that you're paying attention. Body language can help your words feel stronger and more meaningful. When you use positive body language, people feel comfortable talking with you. But be careful, because some body language can send the wrong message. For example, crossing your arms may make people think you are not interested or that you are angry, even if you are not. So, it is important to use positive body language. When you practice body language, you can become a better communicator. You can practice in front of a mirror or record yourself. This will help you see how you look when you speak. Good body language can help you feel more confident and friendly. In summary, the key tips to improve communication skills are practice daily, learn new words, and use body language. These tips are simple but very powerful. If you use them every day, you will see big improvements in your communication. Remember, communication is a skill that you can improve with practice. Keep learning, keep practicing, and you will become a better communicator. Body language can say more than words. Simple actions can make your communication much clearer and friendlier. When you use good body language, people feel comfortable talking with you, even if your English is not perfect. For example, smiling shows that you are kind and open to talking. A smile makes people feel welcome and happy. Nodding your head shows that you are listening and interested. It tells the other person that you understand what they are saying. Making eye contact shows respect and helps build trust. When you look at someone's eyes, it shows that you care about the conversation. But remember, eye contact should feel natural. Looking at someone for too long may feel uncomfortable. Also, try not to cross your arms or look away too much because this can make people think you are not interested in the conversation. Crossing your arms can look like you are closed or angry, even if you are not. So, using positive body language is very important. It helps you connect with people and makes your words stronger. Good body language makes communication easier and more effective. Now, let's summarize the key tips. Improving your communication skills is easier than many people think. You can become a better communicator step by doing simple things every day. Here are the most important tips. Listen carefully. Speak slowly and clearly. Use simple words. Practice every day. Learn new words. Use positive body language. These tips are simple but powerful. You do not need to speak English perfectly. The goal is to share your ideas clearly and understand other people. When you practice these tips, you will feel more confident and your communication will improve. Remember, communication is not only about speaking. It is also about listening, understanding, and connecting with others. Be patient with yourself and enjoy the learning journey. Each small step helps you improve. If you make mistakes, that is okay. Mistakes are part of learning. Now, let's talk about the benefits of good communication skills. Good communication skills bring many wonderful benefits to your life. When you can talk and listen well, everything becomes easier. You feel more confident and other people enjoy being around you. Good communication changes how you live, how you study, how you work, and even how others see you. One of the biggest benefits of good communication skills is that you can build strong relationships. Relationships are the connections you have with other people, like your friends, your family, your teachers, your classmates, or your coworkers. When you communicate clearly, people understand you better, and you understand them too. This creates trust and respect. Trust is the foundation of every strong relationship. Without trust, relationships can become weak and unstable. When people trust you, they feel safe talking to you. They feel that you listen to them and care about their feelings. Good communication helps you build trust because it shows that you are honest and respectful. When you have strong relationships, you feel happier and more supported. Friends and family can help you when you feel sad or when you need advice. Strong relationships also make life more enjoyable because you have people to share your experiences with. Good communication helps you build and keep these important connections. In the next part, we will talk about more benefits of good communication skills and how they can help you succeed in life. Keep practicing, and you will see great results. You are doing a wonderful job, and I am proud of your effort. Without good communication, even small problems can turn into big arguments. When people do not understand each other, they may feel angry or hurt. They may stop talking or start blaming each other. But with good communication, problems can be solved quickly. You can talk clearly, listen carefully, and find solutions together. This helps relationships grow stronger every day. Good communication makes life calmer and happier. Now, let's talk more about the benefits of good communication skills. Good communication brings many positive changes to your life. It helps you connect with people, improve your studies or work, and feel more confident in yourself. Let's look at some of the biggest benefits in detail. 1. Building strong relationships. One of the biggest benefits is building strong relationships. When you communicate well, you can share your thoughts and feelings clearly. This makes it easier for people to understand you and feel close to you. For example, if you are happy, you can explain why, and others can share your happiness. If you are upset, you can talk about it and let others support you. Good communication is not only about talking, but also about listening carefully. When you listen, you show that you respect and care about the other person. This makes them feel valued and happy. A simple action like nodding, smiling, or asking questions can show that you are really paying attention. These small actions can make a big difference. Strong relationships are built on this kind of communication. Strong relationships give you support when you need help, make you feel safe, and bring joy to your daily life. Friends and family help you during difficult times, and they celebrate your success with you. On the other hand, poor communication can make relationships weak, full of misunderstandings, and even painful. People may feel ignored, angry, or sad. But when your communication skills improve, your relationships grow stronger, more loving, and more meaningful. 2. Gaining confidence. Another important benefit of good communication is confidence. Confidence means feeling sure about yourself and your abilities. When you can express your ideas and feelings clearly, you start to feel proud of yourself. You know that people understand what you are saying, and this gives you courage to speak more. For example, imagine you have to answer a question in class. If you communicate well, you can speak clearly and share your ideas without fear. This helps you participate more in class and learn more. When you feel confident, you can join group discussions, talk to new people, and share your opinions. Confidence also helps you during job interviews, presentations, or meetings. When you communicate well, you feel ready to face any situation. Confidence grows with practice. Every time you speak clearly, listen carefully, or write a simple message, you become more confident. You will start to believe in yourself more. You will feel less nervous when talking to others. This confidence will also help you in many parts of your life, not only in English learning. Good communication also helps you feel more comfortable in social situations. You will feel less shy and more willing to talk. You will make new friends more easily because people enjoy talking with someone who is clear and friendly. Confidence makes your life more enjoyable and full of opportunities. In short, good communication skills help you build strong relationships and gain confidence. These benefits make your life better in many ways. You will feel happier, more supported, and more successful. The good news is that communication is a skill you can improve with practice. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep learning and practicing step by step. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing your communication skills, and you will see big improvements soon. You're doing a great job, and I am proud of you. When you communicate well, you feel more confident. Confidence means you feel sure about yourself and your abilities. For example, imagine you have to answer a question in class. If you can speak clearly, the teacher and classmates will understand you. This makes you feel good about yourself and less afraid next time. The more you practice, the more confident you become. Confidence from communication does not only help in speaking. It also helps in other parts of life, like trying new activities, meeting new people, or solving problems. When you believe in yourself, you face challenges with a positive attitude and you do better in everything you do. Confidence helps you take steps forward even when you feel nervous. It gives you the strength to try new things and keep improving. Now, let's talk about the third benefit, doing better in school and work. Good communication skills make you more successful in school and at work. In school, if you speak clearly, teachers listen better and classmates pay attention. You can ask questions when you do not understand, and you can explain your ideas in both writing and speaking. This shows that you are interested and hardworking. As a result, you learn faster and get better grades. Writing is also very important in school. When you write clearly, your homework, projects, and essays become easier to read. Teachers can understand your ideas better, and you will feel proud of your work. Clear writing helps you express your thoughts in a simple way, and it makes learning easier. At work, communication is one of the most important skills employers look for. If you can explain your work clearly, listen to instructions, and talk well with your team or customers, your job becomes easier. You avoid mistakes, solve problems quickly, and build good relationships with coworkers. For example, imagine you work in a shop. If you talk kindly and clearly with customers, they will be happy and come back again. Or, if you listen carefully to your boss, you can do your tasks correctly and save time. When you perform well at school or work, you open many doors for the future. You may get scholarships, promotions, or better job offers. Good communication can help you succeed and reach your goals. It can also help you become a leader because people trust someone who can explain ideas clearly and listen to others. Now, let's talk about the fourth benefit, feeling happier and less stressed. Good communication skills can make you feel happier and reduce stress. When you are able to share your feelings and thoughts, you do not keep problems locked inside. Talking with friends, family, or teachers helps you feel supported and understood. This makes your mind feel lighter and more peaceful. When you talk about your problems, you can also find solutions faster. You can get advice, comfort, or help from others. This can reduce worry and stress. Good communication also helps you avoid misunderstandings that can cause arguments. When you communicate clearly, you feel calmer and more confident in your relationships. Good communication can also improve your mental health. When you feel understood, you feel less lonely and more connected to others. Strong communication helps you build a support system. This support system can help you through difficult times and make life easier. In short, good communication skills bring many benefits. They help you feel confident, do better in school and work, and feel happier with less stress. They also help you build strong relationships and feel supported. These benefits can change your life in a positive way. The good news is that communication is a skill you can improve with practice. Keep practicing, and you will see big improvements over time. Thank you for listening. You're doing a great job, and I am proud of your effort. Keep learning, keep practicing, and your communication skills will continue to grow. Good communication also helps you avoid misunderstandings and arguments. When you can explain your thoughts clearly, people understand you better. Instead of fighting or feeling angry, You can talk calmly and find a solution together. For example, if you have a problem with a friend, clear communication can fix the problem before it becomes bigger. You can say what you feel and what you need, and your friend can do the same. This makes the relationship stronger and more peaceful. When you feel less stressed, you sleep better, think more clearly, and enjoy your life more. Happiness and peace of mind come when communication helps you connect with others and handle situations in a calm way. Good communication makes life easier because you do not have to worry about misunderstandings or arguments all the time. Instead, you can solve problems quickly and feel supported by others. In short, improving your communication skills brings many benefits. It helps you build strong and happy relationships, gain confidence in yourself, do better in school and work, and feel happier and less stressed. These skills make your life easier, more successful, and more meaningful. Remember, communication is not only about talking. It is about connecting with people, listening to them, and sharing who you truly are. So practice a little every day, and you will see how your life changes for the better. Now, before we finish this part, let's talk about some common mistakes many people make when trying to improve their communication skills. Knowing these mistakes is very important because once you know them, you can avoid them and become a better communicator faster. Don't feel bad if you have made some of these mistakes before. Everyone does. The good news is that you can change them step by step. 1. Speaking too fast. One of the most common mistakes is speaking too quickly. When you speak fast, it is difficult for your listener to understand you. This is especially true if you are still learning English. Your words may sound unclear and your sentences may be hard to follow. For example, imagine you are explaining something important to a friend, but you rush through the words. Your friend may not catch every detail, and this can cause confusion. When you speak fast, people may miss important points or misunderstand your message. They might ask you to repeat, or they might not understand at all. Speaking fast can also make you feel nervous because you worry that you will make mistakes. It is better to slow down, take a breath, and speak clearly. Speaking slowly gives you time to think, and it helps others understand you better. A good habit is to practice speaking slowly and clearly every day. You can record your voice and listen to it. If you hear that you speak too fast, try to slow down a little. Remember, the goal is not to speak quickly, but to communicate clearly. 2. Using difficult words. Another mistake is using difficult words. Some people think that using big words will make them sound smart. But in reality, using difficult words can confuse people. If the listener does not know the word, they will not understand your message. It is better to use simple words that everyone can understand. Simple words make your message stronger and clearer. For example, instead of saying utilize, you can say use. Instead of saying complicated, you can say hard. Simple words help you connect with others, and they make communication easier. 3. Not listening carefully. A third common mistake is not listening carefully. Many people focus only on speaking. They think about what they want to say next instead of listening to the other person. When you do this, you may miss important information and make mistakes. Listening carefully shows respect and helps you respond correctly. To avoid this mistake, try to give your full attention when someone is talking. Look at the person, stop doing other activities, and think about their words. If you do not understand something, it is okay to ask questions. Asking shows that you care and want to understand. 4. Not practicing regularly. The last mistake is not practicing regularly. Communication skills improve with practice. If you only practice sometimes, you will not improve quickly. It is better to practice a little every day. Even 10 or 15 minutes daily can make a big difference. You can practice by speaking with friends, recording your voice, writing short messages, or listening to English videos. The important thing is consistency. Keep practicing step by step, and you will see improvement. Many people speak quickly because they feel nervous or they want to finish fast. But the result is that the listener misses important information. When you speak too fast, your words can become unclear and people may not understand you. This can cause confusion and mistakes. The solution is simple: slow down.
Take your time.
Speak at a calm speed and do not be afraid to pause. Pauses actually make your speech sound natural and give both you and your listener time to think. Pausing also helps you choose the right words and speak more clearly. Remember, clear communication is more important than speed. It is better to speak slowly and be understood than to speak fast and be confusing. 2. Not listening carefully. Another very common mistake is not listening to others. Sometimes people are so focused on what they want to say next that they forget to truly listen. This makes conversations difficult and even frustrating. When you don't listen well, you may miss important points or misunderstand what the other person means. This can easily lead to confusion or even arguments. Good communication is like a dance. Both people need to take turns. Speaking is one step. Listening is the other. To avoid this mistake, focus fully on the speaker.
Look at them.
Pay attention to their words and show that you are listening. You can do this by nodding, smiling, or saying simple words like, "I see," or "Yes, I understand." When you listen carefully, people feel respected. This makes them enjoy talking with you and helps you build stronger, more trusting relationships. Listening carefully also helps you respond in the right way. When you understand the other person, you can answer correctly and avoid misunderstandings. Good listening shows that you care about the other person and their feelings. This makes conversations smoother and more enjoyable. 3. Using too many difficult words. Some people believe that using big, complicated words makes them sound smart. But in reality, this often makes communication harder. If the person you are speaking to does not understand those words, your message will be lost. For example, saying, "I will endeavor to procure sustenance" instead of "I will try to get some food" will probably confuse people. Simple words are always easier and clearer. Using easy words shows that you care about clear communication, not about showing off your vocabulary. It also makes you sound more natural and confident. When you use simple words, people can follow your message easily. They do not have to guess what you mean, and they feel more comfortable talking with you. Simple words are also better when you're learning English. When you use easy words, you can focus on speaking clearly and building your confidence. Later, you can learn more words and use them when you feel ready. But at first, simple words are the best tool for communication. 4. Not practicing regularly. Another mistake is not practicing regularly. Communication skills improve with practice, but many people practice only sometimes. They may study hard for a few days and then stop. This makes progress slow. It is better to practice a little every day. Even 10 or 15 minutes daily can make a big difference. You can practice by speaking with friends, recording your voice, writing short messages, or listening to English videos. The important thing is consistency. Keep practicing step by step, and you will see improvement. In summary, common communication mistakes are speaking too fast, not listening carefully, using difficult words, and not practicing regularly. The good news is that you can change these mistakes. Just slow down, listen more, use simple words, and practice every day. With time, your communication will become stronger and clearer. Remember, communication is about sharing ideas, not proving how many words you know. The goal is to connect with others, not to impress them. Simple words and clear sentences are the best tools for communication. If people understand you, you have succeeded. If they do not, then you can try again and learn from it. 4. Being afraid to speak. The last big mistake is fear. Many people feel nervous when speaking English. They worry about making mistakes, sounding wrong, or not being understood. This fear can stop you from practicing, and without practice, your communication skills cannot improve. But here is the truth. Making mistakes is normal. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language, even native speakers. Mistakes are not something to be afraid of. They are part of learning. For example, if you say the wrong word, it is okay. You can correct yourself, or the other person may still understand you. The important thing is that you tried. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, you learn something new. You learn new words, better pronunciation, and how to express your thoughts more clearly. Mistakes help you improve. So, do not let fear stop you. The more you speak, the more confident you will become, and the better your communication will get over time.
Confidence grows step by step.
When you speak, you will notice that you can express your ideas more easily. You will feel proud of yourself. And soon, speaking English will feel more natural. In summary, to improve your communication skills, try to avoid these common mistakes. Do not speak too fast. Slow down and take your time. Do not ignore listening. Pay attention and show respect. Do not use too many difficult words. Keep it simple and clear. And do not be afraid to speak. Mistakes are part of learning. If you remember these points, you will become a more confident, clear, and friendly communicator step by step.